Welcome to week 3 of the North Marion Athletics Winter Sports Update. We had one last week full of competition before Christmas break, and some of our teams even continue competition during the break. The swimming team starts off the week with a Monday meet at Molalla. The girls have been keeping up the competition with only 8 swimmers at the meet. Out of those 8, there were some firsts and seconds, including the 400 free relay, which got second. On that team was Jamie Sievers, our foreign exchange student Paula Signorelli, Elena Hammond, and Kobe Lemon. In some other races, Kobe got second in the 100 fly and first in the back. Elena made it in the top 3, getting third in the 200 free. And Victoria Zohansky also got third in the 100 breaststroke. On the boys' side, they once again got first in overall points, with all 3 relay teams getting first. Grant Cooper for another time got first in all of his events, the 200 free and the 100 fly. Manny Medina placed first in the 100 breast and second in the 200 IM. Then 2 young swimmers, Kyle Torian and Andy Pine, both got second in their events. Andy with the 500 free and the 100 back, and also Kyle in the 100 free. After the break, when they will be practicing, the team will travel to Rainier on the 4th of January. Now here is Shane Whitehead to talk about the wrestling team.
Thanks, Cole. The wrestling team traveled to Gig Harbor, Washington on Thursday and began a busy weekend of wrestling with 2 dual wins that night, most notably over a tough Alaskan team. Friday and Saturday saw a successful Hammerhead tournament for the Huskies, with a 6th place finish by junior Cody Walker, a 2nd place finish by senior Johnny Vara, and 2 1st place finishes for defending state champions Jake Stiegel and Lucas Rand. With 33 teams in attendance at the Hammerhead tournament, the Huskies finished in an outstanding 4th place overall. After their positive trip to Washington, the Huskies will return to the practice room with high spirits and ready to prepare for the upcoming tournaments. That's it for wrestling. Back to you, Cole.
Thank you, Shane. And now we're going to move on to girls basketball. The girls basketball team had a busy week this week, taking part in 4 games over the course of the last 6 days. Reaching back to last Monday, all of our basketball teams paid a visit to Sweet Home High School. The girls were dominant in their blowout win over the opposing Huskies. North Marion doubled Sweet Home's score of 45, granting them the 90-45 shellacking. The North Marion Huskies' 33-5 first quarter lead proved to be far too much for Sweet Home to overcome. With 90 points scored, there were obviously some great individual efforts statistically. Sophomore Michaela Newsom led the Huskies with 17 points. Nichols followed with 14, Martinez with 12, and then Lee with 10. Courtney Lee also led the team in rebounds with 9. North Marion shot 50% from the field on the night. The girls opened up their participation in the North Marion Holiday Classic when they played the Roosevelt Rough Riders. After a stagnant first period where under 10 combined points were scored, North Marion came to life and ended up having a strong offensive and defensive game when all was said and done. After North Marion dominated the second quarter 22-4, they ended up defeating the Rough Riders by 20 at 46-26. The team stayed in the winner's bracket portion of the tournament with Thursday's win, and they were matched up with the number 1 ranked Sutherland on Friday. Sutherland played their best basketball and had their way with North Marion, who lost in a blowout fashion. After the horrid first half, North Marion did outscore the Bulldogs 14-12 in the second half. Jasmine Flores led the Huskies with 6 points. North Marion found themselves playing in the 3rd place game on the final day of the tournament, and they were matched up with league rival Molalla. The Indians jumped out to an early lead of 12-5 after 1 quarter before the Huskies woke up. With the help of a couple strong offensive runs, the Huskies took their own comfortable lead into the half after they had yet another strong second quarter, which they outscored Molalla 18-2. Some controversial officiating affected both teams, but did not have any effect on the outcome of the contest. The Huskies came out of the half ready to defend their lead, and they did so. North Marion had to weather a few second half storms as Molalla pulled within striking distance on several different occasions. However, the Huskies were able to hold on and they defeated Molalla 40-27 to clinch 3rd place in their own tournament. Jasmine Flores once again topped the box score, this time with 13, followed by Martinez with 9. Brianna Martinez also pulled in 12 rebounds. In combination with the girls' 2-0 record from last week, The girls added an impressive 3-1 mark from this week to their record, and now the girls sit at 5-1. North Marion is currently ranked at number 16 in the state, and now with a week off from competition, the girls look to hit the practice floor hard and become an even more dangerous team. Now here's our own Logan Visor with boys basketball.
Yo, Fifth, I'm not famous by any stretch, man, but I got a lot of people that know me who come up to me, they want to know what I'm up to, man. So why don't you show them what we do?
Thanks, Cole. Again, going back to Monday, North Marion traveled to Sweet Home to play the Huskies. It was a true dogfight on Monday night, where the Huskies from North Marion defeated the Huskies of Sweet Home in a back-and-forth overtime affair. The game started out in favor of North Marion as they jumped out to a 12-2 lead and would later extend it to 27-12. The Huskies' fast-paced offense was all to credit for the quick start, as all of the 12 opening points came on fast break lanes, 2 from Summers, 2 from McLaren, and 2 from Dady. Sweet Home had trouble keeping possession of the ball, leading to several points off turnovers as well. Not only did North Marion start off hot, Sweet Home was ice cold early on, as for a good majority of the first quarter and into the second, they were shooting a putrid 7% from the field. Sweet Home eventually gained their composure, or at least enough to hang in there for the second quarter, and even outscored the Huskies 17-15 in the period. However, Sweet Home's field goal percentage was only up to 21%, and North Marion still had a comfortable 8-point halftime lead. Fouls and free throw shots given up was a big problem for North Marion, as Sweet Home scored 11 points in the first half from the charity stripe, keeping them in the game. The halftime adjustments on the Sweet Home side kept North Marion in check in the third quarter. Sweet Home still never gained a lead, but by the end of the period, they had pulled within just 1 point at 41-40. The fourth quarter brought with it more of the same, as Sweet Home jumped out to a lead as much as 7. Down by that amount with under 4 minutes remaining, North Marion found the right time to bring back their first quarter intensity. The team also had to play through some adversity as the officials had some questionable calls. Down by 5 with 2 minutes left, Sweet Home had possession coming out of one of their own timeouts. A missed shot was rebounded by North Marion. Jeremy Parkinson and Kyle Martin took turns missing tough shots in the paint and grabbing the offensive board before Nathan Summers hit Kyle Williamson, who had been quiet offensively for most of the game, for a wide-open three-point attempt, which was good. Sweet Home turned the ball over, and Kyle Williamson had some more late-game heroics. Sawyer Dady this time found an open Kyle, who reined in another long-distance shot to give North Marion a 1-point lead. Sweet Home countered with back-to-back buckets, and North Marion found themselves down by 3 with 30 seconds left. Out of another timeout, Sawyer Dady dribbled the ball up the court and took a contested 3, which he somehow put down. The North Marion fans erupted as they had tied the game. Both teams had chances to go for the win, but both Huskies turned the ball over, and we found ourselves in overtime. It didn't start off well for North Marion, as an inbounds pass was stolen and taken the other way for a Sweet Home score. Kyle Martin converted on a putback on the other side of the court to counter. Sweet Home once again found their old ways, as several turnovers led to easy fast break buckets for North Marion in the end. The Huskies from North Marion cruised to an overtime win over Sweet Home, 66-61. Sawyer Dady led the team with 14 points, while Kyle Martin added in 12, and Summers, Kyle Williamson, Parkinson, and McLaren each contributed 8 points of their own. Jeremy Parkinson led the rebounding category, going away with an outstanding 19 boards. After Monday's contest with Sweet Home, the team was hard at work for their upcoming North Marion basketball boys tournament, which you will hear more about in more upcoming events. I'd like to send a personal happy birthday to our very own Cole Costello, and I'm going to send it back over to him to talk about basketball shirts.
This ain't no show and tell, this is show and do. They ask, man, I just show and prove. In the words that I chose to use, that show, that prove that I know.
Thank you, Logan. It's a pleasure as always. If you've been at any of the recent basketball games, you've probably seen the newest North Marion basketball t-shirts all throughout the crowd. The all-new shirts feature the NM basketball on the front with a Husky scratch. On the back, the saying, "Put your dogs up," is featured with the signature dogs being held up that are on display during free throw shots at North Marion. The shirt is available in white with green ink and green with white ink. You can have your pick of the two colors with buying a single shirt for $8. Or the best value, you can purchase the Spirit Pack, which gives you both colored t-shirts plus some other Husky Spirit gear for only $15. You can pick these shirts up at any home basketball game or during lunch at school, but be sure to get yours fast because they're sure to sell out soon. Now for our high-flying performer, here's Josh Hauser.
This week's North Marion Athletics FBLA high-flying performer is Jake Stiegel of the wrestling team.
Let's go!
Jake Stiegel has placed first in his weight class for all three of the wrestling tournaments to this point of the season. He has helped lead the Huskies to fairly high placing in all of those tournaments thus far. Jake also earned the most outstanding wrestler for the lower weight classes at the North Marion tournament. Stiegel's leadership as a senior is priceless for the rest of the members of the Huskies wrestling squad. He is the reigning state champion of his weight class and he looks to repeat this season. And remember to contact Miss Ione for all of your balloon needs. She is in room 2 at the high school and the balloons are perfect for any occasion.
Let's go!
And this week we are going to ask you, the fans, to decide our next NM Athletics staff athlete. Text the letter of your choice to 503-5838-NMA. Here are your choices. To vote for Wade Murray, text the letter A to the number on your screen. Wade Murray was an outstanding basketball and baseball player in the recent years at North Marion. Text the letter B for Kelsey Colley, who is one of the best athletes in North Marion history. Her outstanding play at girls basketball led to her jersey being retired last year. She also has many more accolades throughout her storied career. To vote for Bill Crumley, the former head coach of the football team and current PE teacher at North Marion, text the letter C to the number. Crumley was a member of the San Jose State football team during his career. You can text the letter D for Cherie Moore. Cherie was a great swimmer at University of Oregon, Southern Oregon University, and at Portland State, and even holds many records at Portland State. Text your vote over the course of winter break at some point, and we'll be sure to get them on the next staff athlete. Now here's Wyatt with more upcoming events.
Thank you, Josh. Our lone event of the week is a big one, the North Marion Boys Basketball Holiday Classic. Be sure to swing by the school at various points throughout Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for some great basketball action. As we take a look at the tournament bracket, the North Marion varsity squad plays host to Yamhill Carleton in the first game of the tournament, which has been scheduled tip-off of 6:15 p.m. Based on the results, the rest of the tournament games are to be determined. That's it for more upcoming event. Back to Cole to wrap it up.
And again, we would like to thank North Marion Young Life for sponsoring the Ticker, which feeds you all the details you need to know about North Marion athletics. And be sure to come to Young Life Club, which offers fun prizes and games on most Monday nights from the Hub in Hubbard. The next club is January 23rd at 8 p.m. Well, it's that time again. Thank you all for watching another week of the NM Athletics Weekly Update. Join us next week for an abbreviated version of the update where we will highlight the results of the boys basketball tournament. Thanks for watching.